foolish mortals.
Hello there. Are you insane? Get out of here!
Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened.
Right, off you go.
Welcome to Average Joe Orlando. Welcome to Average Joe Orlando, reporting for KMV Travel. I'm Joe.
And I'm Kelly.
And today we're going to be discussing the holidays at Walt Disney World. This episode of Average Joe Orlando is sponsored by KMV Travel, a travel agency that helps families of all shapes and sizes plan personalized vacations and create unforgettable memories. No matter where you're traveling, to your favorite theme park, aboard a cruise, on an all-inclusive getaway, or beyond, the dedicated advisors at KMV Travel will provide personalized travel guidance and unmatched service at no additional cost to you. To learn more and start planning your vacation with expert guidance, visit kmvtravel.com/Joe. Well, I guess we'll start at the top since there's so much to cover at all the parks and the resorts, so might as well start at the place where it all started, at the Magic Kingdom.
Yes, it is always a super busy time. I always say it's super magical to go to Disney no matter when you go. But if you can go between November and December, you get this little bit of extra magic. And if you're a Christmas person like I am, this is the time to go.
Fair. And the weather's usually a little bit nicer too, so you can't beat that.
You're not sweating completely.
That's already a win for me. I will go during then. Great. So let's talk about what Magic Kingdom has to offer going in there first.
Yeah, so if you are a general day guest going to Magic Kingdom, normally it's select dates from November to December, but kind of when you get there in the beginning of November, you'll get a little bit of Christmas magic. So there is going to be decorations, of course. There will be some special treats. Definitely look out for that foodie guide that they'll put out on the Disney Parks blog. But the really big thing is going to be a ticketed event that they do there called Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party.
Say that 10 times fast.
I was going to say, I know you've gone to this one.
Oh yes, many times.
But this is one of my favorites. I always think it's a really good one. It's great for families that have little ones, but also if you're just a couple of adults going, it's super fun too. And it runs from 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. But you do get in starting at 4 p.m. So it's kind of like that little bit of hack, that
similar to like the Halloween party. Like I know we talked about that on this podcast too, where you can come in a little bit earlier, experience the park before they switch it over. Yeah,
it is like the best time to grab something to eat, get ready for the party before it actually starts at 7. So this is going to be only on select nights. And if you are visiting Magic Kingdom and you're thinking, okay, I don't need to worry about this because I'm not going to buy that ticket, be sure you're aware of what days this is going to take place because it will close early.
And then there's no fireworks for you as a day guest.
Exactly. So it's something to think about no matter if you're going to attend or not attend. But there's a lot that goes on.
Yes, remember I couldn't see it all in one night. I tried to plan it out, but I also stopped at every cookie location and tried every single cookie. I had a bag full of cookies after I left because I couldn't say no to free cookies.
Oh my gosh, no, it's the best. I mean, that's one of the best parts is the cookie kind of stroll that you get to do. And there's going to be select locations throughout the park where it's included in the cost of your ticket. You can get different types of cookies, different types of hot drinks. So there's non-alcoholic eggnog and hot chocolate. So you just get all the sugar before you're supposed to go to bed.
Perfect.
But there's so much entertainment. And again, as a Christmas person, you just have to do this. The first one that starts off is Frozen Holiday Surprise. And this is a one-time castle show. Not like the castle show that we kind of have going on throughout the night, which is Mickey's Most Merriest Celebration.
Oh, these names are hard to say.
Yeah. I mean, get ready for a mouthful here. So those are 2 castle shows that you can check out. But really the biggest draw is going to be the parade.
Yes, the longest parade. I've heard that apparently when it ends, it's actually just stepping off the other side. Like it fills up the entire parade route. That's how long this parade is.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is
Fun
crazy.
fact.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So it does, like you're saying, it has 2 times that it's going to run. So 8:30 p.m. and 11 p.m. And this is nice if you do have little ones that are going and you're like, how am I going to keep my kid up until midnight? You don't have to. That 8:30 p.m. parade is a great one for you to go and check that one out. And if you start in, it'll start in Frontierland. So if you grab a spot there, you can see it even earlier because obviously it's got to get to Main Street. So that's a great one to do. And then right after that is Minnie's Wonderful Christmas Time Fireworks at 10 p.m.
And that's only once per night.
Yes. So 10 p.m., be on Main Street at that point. You can catch the fireworks, and then if you got those little ones, just head out at that point. That's what a lot of people would do.
And unless you're like me and you don't, then you can stay for till midnight because all the sugar's keeping me awake.
Exactly. And then you go to the second parade, and it's much quieter.
Yes.
So you'll see all the adults that don't have the little ones.
I'm always there for the wooden soldiers. This is the one that I would always see on TV as a kid with the wooden soldiers. I'm there for that.
Yes, I love it. Other things that are going to be there's a bunch of dance parties, but these aren't just like a DJ sitting up and, playing some music. They are highly engaging, I will say, even as an adult. So there's Club Tinsel over in Tomorrowland and Disney Junior Jingle Jam in Tomorrowland. There's also Santa's Christmas Carnival in Storybook Circus. So
this is newer too.
Yes. So that's going to be where you'll meet Santa now, which is kind of nice that they have him over there because it's a spot that is not as busy as other areas. So good one to check out, and make sure you just kind of keep that in mind if Santa is a must-do on your visit. There are other characters that are available.
Oh, so that only for the party though. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So my favorite is getting to meet Jack as Sandy Claus.
I love that it's Sandy Claus too.
Right? It's just the cutest. He's the best. He is so interactive. I will say, if you, again, do have little ones, this might be a little intimidating of a meet and greet to do. He's very tall. So he is very engaging with all of the guests, but I have heard from some families that he's a little, he's a little frightening.
He's a skeleton, yeah.
I get that. But he's super cool. So he's going to be in Town Square in the theater, and
so like where he was for Halloween too this year.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's very similar. If you've kind of done one, you can see it's just a little bit different decorations.
Right? Fair. Instead of candy, it's cookies.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We'll take it. But that one's, if this is a priority, make sure you do get in line right away. This will open at 4 p.m. for guests that do have tickets for the event. So you can kind of use that 3 hours, which I know that sounds crazy, 3 hours. But this line does get super long.
Perfect. So do that before the event actually starts. Because when the event actually starts, my favorite part starts, and that's the rides. I like the themed layovers that they do for these for the attractions.
Yes. Do you have a favorite out of the 5 that they have?
Oh gosh. I like the Jingle Cruise, I think, just because it's so unique and it's only here, and I think the Jingle Cruise is really neat. I like that one.
That one's the best. So they basically create this overlay of Jungle Cruise, and everything is themed to Christmas. It's
even awesome. The whole spiel, because I know that spiel by heart, but how they do it all for Christmas, I think they threw in the Christmas Story joke one year with the you'll shoot your eye out, and I was like, I'm here for that. Okay, yes. So I will rewrite that one numerous times if the line's not long.
So that one is one that is going to be available throughout the day too. So if you don't go, you're not going to be able to go to the party, you still can check that out. Other ones, and this one's probably my favorite, is the Tomorrowland Speedway.
Oh, yes, I forgot about that one with the lights. Yeah.
It feels like this might be a very Northeast thing. I don't know. But when you would drive through the Christmas light displays.
Yep, did that.
That's just the best.
And that's newer in the past few years. Yes, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I thought that one was fun. The other 3 that they have are Space Mountain.
Yes.
Holiday Music and Lights. And then Mad Tea Party has 4 different combos of music light displays.
I remember they had the Nutcracker one year, and it was like dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, that one's fun. Even if you're not somebody that's going to ride that ride, just go over there and kind of see what it looks like. Don't look too long if it's going to make you sick. And then the last one is Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, a holiday themed shows. So they do have, that's one of your cookie spots as well.
So we already love that because it's cookies and a show.
Yeah.
Done. And then I know there's always obviously specific merchandise. I don't think, can you buy it only at the event, or can you buy it at other times too? Do they only pull certain items out during the party, or are they event exclusive items or anything?
Yeah, great question. So it's going to be event exclusive.
Oh, cool.
And it will start at that 4 o'clock time normally. It's a little bit earlier than when it will start. But you will have to show that you have the wristband for the party. And they're going to be at 2 locations. So it'll be in the Emporium and then also at Star Traders. And there's a bunch of different merchandise, always different t-shirts and mugs and ornaments.
Perfect. Collected every single year. And then I know there's always every year specialty food that you could buy just at the event, or some things are sold during the day, and I know some things are exclusive to the event, the very Instagrammable food that everybody likes.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's if you want to just eat your way through this party, you totally could. Some of the kind of major locations that you'll see specialty food is going to be Cosmic Rays, Casey's Corner, Pecos Bills, all those kind of like quick service locations normally have a changeover when it starts at 7 p.m. Where you'll have all those different offerings.
Very cool. Great. And then I know there's also a little bit or upcharging things too. So if I wanted to do a little bit extra at the event, they always could do those too.
Yes. Yeah. So you do, if you want to have a less stressful view of the fireworks, which I will say this one's not really a stressful view of the fireworks in general because it is a lower capacity event, but you can do the dessert party. So that's going to be more like the seats and treats, where you're actually seated at the Tomorrowland Terrace. You'll get a kind of buffet of different offerings. There is beer and wine that's offered there too. And then you'll be seated in that area to watch the fireworks. So it's not the most direct view, but it is nice if you just want to have a spot that you know.
Seated and with a beer, yeah.
I know. It's like, I've done it before and I'm like, okay, I can get behind this.
It's hard to not go back to that,
yeah. And then if you are looking to do table service meals, there are some that are available, and these do have special menus during the party.
Cool.
So Be Our Guest, Cinderella's Castle, and then the Plaza Restaurant. These are things that I would say, if this is your first time going and you're really trying to get everything out of the party, skip these, because you can always grab a dinner earlier and still be able to see these locations, but you really want to take that time to get into the party, see everything there is to offer, because like you said, you won't be able to do all of it.
No, you will not. I remember plotting everything out and still like being like, we ran out of time. It's midnight. I want to go to bed.
Exactly.
Perfect. And then I know the last but not least, there's usually pictures and everything like that. I remember there's like different magic shots you can get during the party and like photo passes all over the event also to get all the cool pictures.
Yes. Yeah. If you are getting ready for this and you're thinking, should I get Memory Maker? The answer is yes. Be sure to do that before you actually book your, before you get there, because Memory Maker is less expensive when you book it in advance of your trip. So you can save about $30 when you do get that. And that's going to be the system that basically allows you to download all your PhotoPass pictures. That's not going to be included in the cost of your ticket, so it is an additional cost. But with Memory Maker, it's all your photos that you get for your entire vacation. So it's definitely worth it to do that. And you can do that, get that downloaded for anyone who's on your friends and family list.
Very cool.
So not everybody needs it.
And that includes ride photos too, right?
Yes.
Like that's not touch. Cool.
Yep. Yeah. So it's definitely a great one to get.
Nice.
But there's so much that goes on at Magic Kingdom.
Yes.
And I know we could probably just talk about Magic Kingdom, but I know one of your favorites is Epcot.
It is.
So do you want to jump into what's over at Epcot?
Yeah. So Epcot, they always have festivals throughout the year, and this is the International Festival of the Holidays. So usually starts around like Thanksgiving time, maybe a little bit later. So it is a later start to it. But my favorite thing is it is included with the cost of my admission. So with my annual pass, I already get to go whenever I want, and I do go whenever I want. So one thing that I remember as a kid that they still do today is the holiday storytellers, where they tell the story of Christmas from their country. So I like going around and the different Santas from each country kind of tell the story. And I remember going to France and being like, why is Santa so skinny? And then they tell the story. Or you go over to Italy and I was like, oh, that makes sense. So like I really liked all the different ones where you go to the different countries and you get to hear the story of Christmas through how they celebrate in their country with their different cultures. So
yeah,
that edutainment.
So Epcot.
Very Epcot, which I really like. That's like old school Epcot. I'm an Epcot purist, so I love all that kind of stuff where you can learn and at the same time there. And then also all the entertainment that goes on too during it. So there's a lot. So I'll jump into the first one, and then if you want to take the rest. I like Candlelight Processional. I always like seeing who's coming every year, the Candlelight Processional, hearing the story of Christmas, and then I'm always there also for obviously the music, and then the candles like come around and see who's there, and always get excited about the celebrities every year to be like, okay, what night am I going to go, and what night is it going to be too busy for me to go?
Yes.
But if it's too busy, you could always buy, I believe there's like a dining package now too. So in case like there's somebody that you want to see to guarantee a seat, right? You can get the dining package for that.
Exactly. Yeah. And one of the things that I love about the dining package with this is if you have the Disney dining plan, you can actually use your table service credits for this.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Okay. So it is a great way to use that and get a really good value out of it. And for a lot of them, there's only one restaurant that requires 2 table service credits. All the other ones, so it's just Le Cellier, will just be 1 table service credit.
Okay.
So
and it comes with the reserved seating for your...
Yeah. Wow. So you get your meal, you get an alcoholic beverage as an adult, and then you also get your VIP seating. So it's something to consider if you are thinking about doing this, which for the majority of these Epcot festivals, I'm not like you need to do the dining plan. This is a super popular one, like you said. I mean, a lot of the locals come out for this. It is a tradition. And even if you're not, someone who follows Catholicism or anything like that, this is still just a really nice holiday
Very
tradition.
Christmassy, yeah.
Yeah, it's more Christmassy than religious,
yes,
really.
Yes.
So it's a great one to do. And one of my favorite parts of that is that the Voices of Liberty are part of the chorus. And then they normally have some cast members that are a part of the chorus.
Yes.
They'll have some community groups that will come in. But the Voices of Liberty also do a daily show of the Dickens carolers. So they do some renditions of Christmas carols in the rotunda of the American Adventure, which is always my favorite.
Yeah,
so
I like them year round. So this is always nice.
Yeah, definitely. Now they do try to bring in, kind of different celebrations. It's not going to be all about Christmas at Epcot. So Joyful they're kind of new, this group that they have. And they really focus on Christmas and Kwanzaa, and they do different performances that are gospel, R&B, classic Christmas. They're really fun when they do that throughout the day.
Yes.
So it's an easy one to catch, and it's over by the Communicore Hall. So you can head over there, meet Santa, because that's where he's going to be, and then catch a show.
Perfect. And that's a very upbeat show. I remember every time I walk by, I'm like, oh, everybody's bopping along.
Yes. It's a good one for the kids, a good one for families in general. But you also, while you're there, can grab some of the food items from the holiday kitchens, which are all over the park.
Which I love, all the festivals now are also a food festival. It's not just food and wine now. You also go for all the different food. I remember that's the first time I tried Glühwein from Germany, which is a warm mulled wine over in Germany. And then when I went to Germany, I tried it and I'm like, oh, I had this at Epcot.
Did it compare?
Yeah, it was actually really good.
That's good.
Epcot was really good.
Okay. The holiday kitchens are always really fun. And another thing with the dining plan on this, the snack credits that you have can be used for most of your festival foods. So it's a nice way to kind of keep all those snacks, and then you can eat your way around the world. And they do have a cookie stroll.
Which I've never done. Have you done it?
I haven't.
Okay.
I never eat that much when I go.
Same. I eat all my cookies at the other one. But I see you get different cookies from around the world, and then at the end, it's like a punch kind of card, like a scavenger hunt, but for cookies.
Exactly. Yeah. So if I'm going to do a scavenger hunt, I want
That's
to eat
the one.
it. That's great. But yeah, so there's a lot of different ways that, you can kind of get your kids involved too, which I really like about these festivals, because all the food is not going to be this very artsy fartsy kind of food. There's a lot of things that kids will eat on the menus here, and you can always view the menus in advance too, so it's a fun way to kind of plan with your kids as you are getting ready for the Christmas season.
I know what I like to do every year. They do that. I don't know if they still do the wristbands with the gift cards and preload it, so I know how much I'm spending, and then just have my gift cards to go around, and then I'm kind of set to go and don't even think about it.
Exactly. That is, if you don't have the dining plan, you're going to do, you're just doing everything a la carte. That is the way to do it. You can grab those bracelets once you get into the park, and then exactly like you're saying, just use those as you go, and then you don't have to take out your wallet, any of that. So, always there's merchandise too,
of course.
Yeah. And talking about scavenger hunts, there is a really cute Olaf's Holiday scavenger hunt. So another good one for the kids. You can just grab that information. It's $9.99 to do it. Normally, grab the map, and then you'll go around and find Olaf in the different areas.
I remember doing one for Easter one year. It was a springtime one. You had to find the eggs, and then there's a Ratatouille one, I think, for food and wine.
Yes.
So kind of
yeah, it's a good tradition that they've put in place.
And they move him every year, so at least you don't know where he's going to be.
And they're hard.
Yeah.
And then you get a prize at the end too. And they're normally pretty good prizes actually. So
just do it for the prize.
Exactly.
And now studios, I think this is your favorite event, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Yeah. So
a newer event.
I will very happily talk about.
Perfect. Go for it.
Jollywood
Because
Nights.
I've never been, so.
Yes, I know. This is one that I totally recommend if grandma and grandpa are coming and you can get away from it for a date night. Do this one as an adult only. It is, totally inclusive of the whole family, but it really is kind of geared more towards adults. It goes on select nights, November through December, and it is going to be very select nights. It's not going to be as many nights as Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, but there's going to be kind of the same sort of things. A ton of entertainment, lots of food that you'll be able to purchase. But some of the highlights of the shows, there is a skating show in the middle of Hollywood Studios.
That's cool.
Yeah, and these skaters are really incredible. I was a little like, okay, how is this going to go? But they were very good last year. If you are a Nightmare Before Christmas fan, there is a sing-along. Disney's Holidays in Hollywood. This is my favorite. It's almost like they're recording a Christmas special in like the 1930s.
Like the old school one, yeah. Yes,
and has the Muppets in it. There is Holiday Fiesta et Local. Calais, probably.
Sure.
This is musicians performing Latin holiday classics. This has moved around a little bit, so always, of course, grab that map when you do get in, and it will be on your app as well. And then my favorite part is the Twilight Soiree at the Tip Top Club. It's basically like you've been taken back into the 1930s. You have a beautiful jazz band that's playing. And then there's actually some guests from the Hollywood Tower that will come out and dance amongst the guests. So it's a cool way that they've done this.
Very cool.
Yeah. So lots more still that they do. There's some dance parties. They have fireworks. So it's the Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam at 10 p.m. And if you are there early enough, even though this starts at 7, you can get in at 6. You can actually see the 6:30 showing of Phantasmic.
That's true. It gets dark at this time of the year. So.
Yeah. It's crazy to think about now, but another big part of this is going to be obviously the food. So lots of different food booths around, but there also is a special dining event at Hollywood Brown Derby called Jazzy Holidays. This does require reservations, but it's going to be like light bites and sips, and it is a la carte that you're purchasing it. There's not like a prefixed menu. Characters, if you are into these, this is really for the millennials. There's like Phineas and Ferb, Max's Powerline, there's Duffy, a lot of different characters
that you really don't see. Yes. Which I like this about how it's different from the Magic Kingdom one, because if you really wanted to do both, you're going to see different things at both events.
Exactly. Yeah. So there is just a lot that goes on here, and they also do encourage you to dress in your red carpet holiday best.
That's fun.
And I have done in the past, and it is really fun to just like feel like you're part of the event. So it's cool.
Old Hollywood kind of style.
Yes.
And then of course the traditional dinosaur Gertie is all decked out, which I'm all about.
The decorations there are just always
I love the Hollywood Studio decorations.
Yes.
Very cool.
Well, over at Animal Kingdom, because we got to finish out our 4 parks, there's not as much that goes on in Animal Kingdom, which makes sense, obviously, because we don't stay open as long over there.
Yes.
But it still really becomes very magical.
In the past few years, I know they started adding new things, which I'm like, okay, I can get into Animal Kingdom.
Yes. One of my favorite things that they do is the Merry Menagerie. Have you been able to see that?
Yes, I have. All the puppets out on Discovery Island.
Yes. Yeah, and it's, they're very like life-size winter animals basically, but they're just adorable the way that they do these puppets, and it's shows throughout the day, but really cool different photo ops and different things like that. So over in Discovery Island you can see that. Also in Discovery Island is the Holiday Tree of Life Awakenings. So this is a holiday themed projection show that takes place each evening, normally at dusk, I believe, and it's just a nice one to kind of end your day when you're heading out of Animal Kingdom. And you also can meet Santa over here. So we're not sure where he's going to be this year.
Yeah, he used to always be in Dinoland every year. So rest in peace. So.
I know. We'll have to see where he's going to be. But lots going on over at Animal Kingdom, of course, too.
And then also, I think the last, I can kind of consider like the 5th park, Disney Springs, and they do so much for the holidays over there. They do so much for Halloween, so then they do so much for the holidays. And I remember doing the Christmas tree stroll years ago when it was just like one little area. Now the Christmas tree stroll is spread out, and it was a fun thing to do. That's a free kind of thing to do, is find my favorite's always the Haunted Mansion tree, and trying to find the Haunted Mansion tree every year. And
yeah, that one's a really good one if you have like a rest day, or you're just, trying to fill an evening going over and doing that. And then you can also, while you're there, you can meet Santa, because Santa does meet in Disney Springs.
Busy schedule. He's everywhere.
This man is really moving. And then the Jock Lindsay Hangar Bar always does a really cool Christmas overlay. So that's a must do in my book if you're there.
And then of course there's always the resorts, which I know every time I have family visiting during this time of the year, I say, if we're not going to the parks that day, let's go maybe resort hop and hop on the monorail and go to all the different resorts and see all the different gingerbread like locations and what they're doing to decorate all like the resorts.
Yes, there's so much to do. There's a different stylized tree in every single resort. So even if you're staying at one of the all-star resorts, it's not like you're going to miss out on that Christmas spirit. So that's something to really think about, getting some time into the resorts if you can.
Yeah, because there's something to do everywhere. So if you're ready to have not the average vacation, be sure to reach out to our sponsor, KMV Travel, a travel agency that provides complimentary vacation planning assistance to families of all shapes and sizes to destinations including theme parks, most major cruise lines, all-inclusive destinations, and beyond. Start planning today at kmvtravel.com/Joe. Once again, that's kmvtravel.com/Joe. Link in the description box below. Well, thank you so much for listening to Average Joe Orlando, reporting for KMV Travel. With that, I'm Joe.
And I'm Kelly.
And we will see you at the parks. Thanks for taking a ride with Average Joe Orlando.
You made it! I knew you would.
Is everyone okay? Hope you still want to open an account.
Say cheese. See you later.
Thanks, everybody. You were brilliant.
At this time, gather up your personal belongings and take your small grubs by their grubby little hands as you exit. Thank you.